Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio have the biggest bromance going on in Hollywood. Or do they? Today I'll be covering, is Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt's bromance still going strong? Welcome back to Celeb Hub. Let's get into the video. They go back a long way. Leonardo DiCaprio did the child actor thing, appearing in TV's Romper Room in 1979 at the tender old age of 5. It won't surprise you to hear he got kicked off the show for being disruptive. Pitt, who was 10 years older, was a Midwest kind of guy who dropped out of the University of Missouri 2 weeks before graduation to head for Hollywood. Determined to become an actor, he took acting lessons and mooched around doing odd jobs. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, their paths began crossing as they both pursued TV and commercial work. Both actors appeared in TV's Growing Pains, although not at the same time. By the 1990s, they were photographed together at several events, looking impossibly young and fresh-faced, and they both had a thing with Gwyneth Paltrow. No, not at the same time. Apparently back then they were not the best of friends. Come 2015, they both appeared in a Martin Scorsese's commercial short film. Then in 2019, they made Once Upon a Time in Hollywood together. It was bromance at first sight.
That was in his performances.
And you came out with the flamethrower.
Yeah.
I mean...
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood tells the story of fading star Rick Dalton, played by DiCaprio, and his best friend and stunt double Cliff Booth, acted brilliantly as Pitt. It's 1969, the end of the swinging 60s. The fictional story of Rick and Cliff is brilliantly woven into the real-life Manson family and the tragic figure that was Sharon Tate. The pregnant Tate and her friends were infamously murdered by Manson's followers at the Hollywood mansion she shared with her husband, director Roman Polanski. It is, like most Quentin Tarantino films, complex, quirky, and unforgettable. Pitt and DiCaprio are said to have loved the script and working with the legendary Tarantino, but what about the bromance? In 2019, Pitt told the New York Times that he and Leo hit it off basically because they had been through so many of the same things. Their bromance, he went on, was pretty automatic. In part, the two guys really just liked one another. They got on from day one, but also they thought forming a strong bond in real life would help them bring Rick and Cliff's friendship to life on the screen. They both know that Hollywood can be a lonely place. DiCaprio has said, "You come to Hollywood and you're basically isolated and left to your own devices." Rick and Cliff rely on this friendship for everything. We immediately fell into those shoes. We understand that relationship so quickly on that first day. Who were those guys? Also, both men share a certain wild guy vibe. Both truly know how to have a good time. Pitt has said DiCaprio was just great fun, and DiCaprio said Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was just a blast and a half to make. And Pitt and DiCaprio have also formed a mutual admiration society when it comes to their acting skills. Brad has said of DiCaprio, "This is a guy who's really giving and really goes for it, so you know it's great fun being able to spar with that caliber of actor." In fact, Leonardo DiCaprio was nominated for a Best Leading Actor Oscar. And Brad is no slouch either. In 2019, he took home a Best Supporting Actor Oscar.
So we can get our SAG card and then we can be working. It's catch-22, you can't.
And now, well, prior to the lockdown, Leo and Brad continued to hang out together. Brad's big into pottery making and has his own home-based studio. And reportedly, he's gotten Leo into the pottery thing. Brad's got his own sculpting studio at his house, and Leo loves coming over to use it, a friend of Pitt said. They sometimes hang out with Brad's artist pals, but other times it's just the two of them. Leo brings sandwiches over from their place, Fat Sal's, and they spend their boys' nights creating art until the early hours. So it appears that the bromance between Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio is still alive and well and thriving. And we hear that Brad is a big fan of Leo's girlfriend, Camilla Morone. If DiCaprio ever gets around to proposing to his much younger lady, Brad Pitt will be a shoo-in for best man.
That's really gonna suck.
My name's Cliff.
Me an actor?
No, I'm a stuntman.
This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.